Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you guys as usual. So I have a special guest with me today. This is my friend Jasmine. So I figured we would do a video where she asked me like whatever she wants to ask me, whether it's about my cystic fibrosis or like just any question about my life, and that way you guys can learn something and she can learn something and stuff, because she does have questions about CF and stuff. So I met her through my friend Beth, which you guys have seen on my videos before. She's the one that I always go get my nails done with. But yeah, I met her through Beth, and tonight we're just chilling, hanging out, and hanging out with the kids. The kids are in there watching TV and stuff, and we just went outside and tumbled. Like one of her sons is in gymnastics, and he does really cool flips.
That's good.
That wasn't perfect.
That's pretty good. Whoa!
But
Yes, he does.
yeah. So, all right. This intro's a little bit long, but let's go ahead and get right into this video.
Okay.
So, she literally can ask me whatever. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. Doesn't matter. Like, just anything that comes to your head. And, like, anything. Literally. And we can spill the tea if we want.
Okay. Well, okay. How old were you when you were first diagnosed?
When I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, I was 3 years old. I think I was 3.5 actually. And, yeah. So I was 3.
What was that like for your family?
So, my mom's side of the family, of course, they took it really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, my mom took it really hard. Like, she cried a lot. I don't remember, because she didn't really cry in front of me. Only when I was in the hospital, she cried in front of me a few times. And I didn't know why, but now, of course, I know why, because, you know, she was seeing her daughter go through all the things she had to go through and stuff, or I had to go through. But my dad's side, I think I told you, they didn't really care, honestly. It, like, seemed like they didn't care. Nobody really reached out to my mom for help or anything like that. I mean, yeah, they said they prayed for me and stuff, but it was just different because I told you they have someone in their family, they found out he has autism, and I've always favored that side of the family. They found out that he had autism, and they freaked out, you know, and I take that completely serious and stuff, but you know, they didn't take my disease serious like they took his.
That's how you feel, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt, I mean, that's just how I felt, so.
Right. Right. We had a scare with my son when he was 3.
Yeah, and in this video, she's going to talk, too, about stuff.
Yeah.
Because I want you guys to get to know her, too, because she's one of my really good friends, and we kind of just started being friends, but she's super sweet, and I love her. And I'm so glad that I made a new friend, and that I have someone to hang out with.
Just the
how old did you
autism
say
part,
you
like,
were?
Oh, I'm 31.
So she's 31, which she looks like she's literally 22. You guys, comment below how old you guys think she looks. She looks really young. So pretty. Yes. But anyways.
But yeah, it's just not, you know, I know what you mean, like, about autism and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just wanted to make sure, like, that you take it really seriously. And
oh, yeah.
Just,
mm-hmm.
You know, like, we thought Jet
yeah,
had
autism
it at 3.
is very serious. Like, my cousin, the one that he does have it,
thank God he doesn't, but we thought he
has it, like, severely. The one that I'm talking about.
It's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we thought Jet did. Luckily, he didn't. He just has, like, a delay and some speech problems.
Yeah. Is Gabe okay and everything?
Yes.
That's good.
As far as we know.
You know, my mom has raised me and my sister by herself. She's done it by herself, including my grandparents. You know, they've helped out a lot because they are amazing, and I love them so much, and they've done so much for me. and my sister and my mom. But yeah.
Just like, what are some of the struggles you go through every day?
So I have really low energy. So like, it takes me a while to wake up. That also goes. So when I wake up, I lay in bed for a little bit and just sit on my phone to kind of want to work up the energy to get up. And I usually cough my head off when I first wake up, because when you first wake up is when like your lungs are like stirring everything up that has set in your lungs all night while you were sleeping. So I cough a lot when I first wake up, and I have very low energy, so that's why I'm not able to work, like get an actual job, because I don't have good energy, and that's a struggle, not being able to get a job. But YouTube is one of my jobs, and I also babysit and stuff like that when I can, and I love kids, so like I love babysitting. They always just make me so happy. I love kids. But yeah, it's a struggle to have really low energy, and like to get sick so easy. I get sick so easy. If I'm around someone that's sick, I'm gonna get sick. And every time I get a cold, I end up in the hospital. It's such an inconvenience, and it's definitely a struggle, because going in the hospital is expensive. I mean, my insurance covers my hospital stay, but insurance does not cover gas money, it doesn't cover food, it doesn't cover all of those things that you have to think about, and all the things that you have to bring to the hospital, because my mom has to buy me food all the time, snacks, she has to pay for gas, because the hospital that I go to is an hour and a half away. It's in Lexington, and I don't live in Lexington, so
UK or?
I go UK, yep. I've went to UK since I was 5. It's stuck. I've had it ever since I was 5.
Really?
Yeah. And all these right here, these scars on my arm, I don't know if you guys can, yeah, there you go. These scars on my arm are all from PICC lines, which a PICC line is, you know how I have my port. Well, a PICC line is, it goes like right here, and they cut you open a little bit, and they put a catheter in your arm, and it goes all the way into your heart, just like this, but it's in your arm. And you keep it for however long you need antibiotics for. But yeah, I have so many scars from.
How do they get all the stuff out of your lungs? Just medicine?
So I get bronchs sometimes, so it's just called a bronchoscopy, where the doctor puts me to sleep, and they go in. I actually have pictures of my lungs at home. It's crazy what they look like inside. Like, they did like before and after pictures. It's crazy. So they go in, and they go all the way down into my lungs with a scope, and they suction out as much mucus as they can, and they put saline in my lungs, and they also put pulmozyme in my lungs, which is a medicine that you nebulize, but it's only for cystic fibrosis. So it's not for like asthma or anything. It's to break up mucus. That's the point of it, is to break up mucus in your lungs. So they do that. That's the only way they can really get like the mucus out. But they can't do bronchs too often, because it can irritate your lungs, and like I'm pretty like, and they also can't like
some too.
They can't, yeah, and they can't put too much fluid in them, because you'll drown, you know. So they have to be really careful about bronchs, and like they can cause bleeding, and they can also cause like to put air in your lung, like it's called something air embolism or something in your lung. I don't know, and they have to put a chest tube in. That would be so scary. But that's never happened to me. But there's risks to every surgery, so yeah.
And every time you've had one of those. Let me see that on your arm.
I have at least
where that's went through your heart.
Yeah, I have at least. I think I counted like 60 scars from. I've had 60 PICC lines.
Oh,
No, it's fine. But anyway, so
how we deal with anxiety and depression.
Yeah, so I didn't know what it was when I was little, so I kind of just brushed it off, you know. But then once I got older, and my mom there was this, and I have these times where like something bad's gonna happen and nothing happens, but I've also had times where I feel like something bad's gonna happen and it does. So my mom had really bad seizures and literally almost died. I was 14 years old, and I was in 8th grade. No, I was 13. I keep forgetting. I was 13. She dropped me off at school that day, and I was like, something is wrong. So as soon as she dropped me off that day, I prayed all day long at school, please protect my mom, please protect my mom. Like, I felt like something bad was going to happen to my mom all day at school. It was so weird. Then I get home. I got off the bus, and I came home. No one was home. I didn't think anything of it. I thought they were at the store or something. Well, it turns out my mom had really, really bad seizures. She broke her back from the seizures. She almost bit her tongue all the way off.
Oh my gosh.
They had to shock her back to life. Like, it's scary. I hate even talking about it. It's horrible, and it scares me to death. Like, because you could lose someone in a heartbeat. It's so easy, you know? Life is such a gift, and, you know, I've been trying to realize that like, you only get one life, and life is a gift. Like, you shouldn't take it for granted. You shouldn't spend your time just being so down and depressed. So that's why I'm really, really trying to be happier and, like, do things to make me happier, because, you know, I don't want to live being a depressed person 24/7, you know. Once she got home from the hospital, I would call her, and if she wouldn't answer, I'd have my friend take me home. Like, I would always, you know, have to check on my mom. Always. And if my sister was staying somewhere and my friend wanted me to stay the night, I wouldn't. I always had to stay the night. I would never leave my mom alone. Like, I was worried about her constantly. I still worry about her, but it was bad at that time. But that's what caused kind of my anxiety. And then, you know, because I had that bad feeling that time.
And it happened.
And something happened. So now I'm like, every time I have a bad feeling, I'm like, is something bad going to happen? Or is this just my anxiety? And then with my depression, I don't really deal with it good. You kind of know that. I don't really have ways to deal with it. I'm going to actually talk to my doctor about getting on a depression medicine, because I think I need it. I've just been really down here lately.
It would probably be a good idea for, you know, when I went through my first, like, breakup, it's a good idea for the first few months to get on one.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
think
did it
about
help
that.
you?
Yes.
What was it?
I started on, ever tried Paxil?
Which one? No.
Maybe Paxil would be good.
I've seen commercials, though, where it's, did you take Paxil while pregnant? If so, call blah, 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 blah. Apparently it causes, like, birth defects.
Just for the next few months.
Yeah. I think I should. You're right.
It's because it doesn't make you a zombie or sleepy.
Yeah.
And, see, I took Zoloft,
I'm
too, and I
always
was
so
like a
tired,
zombie.
but I think it's because I've been
You
so
have no
down
emotion.
and depressed. I've just been, you know, tired and no energy. Like, everyone's just like, dude, like,
good for that.
yeah. People are like,
Won't take
gosh,
your
dude,
energy.
like, are you high or something? I'm like, no, I just literally just don't have energy. Hey, guys!
You're going to rewatch it now.
Yeah, I know. When I'm editing, oh my gosh, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Sorry, we're goofy and we're laughing at something funny. She's funny. Well, I'll ask you stuff too. So, how do you deal with you have anxiety too, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with your anxiety and depression?
I'm in therapy.
Therapy.
Yeah.
I see a therapist too, and she's really cool. She has a teepee in her office.
Really?
Yes. She's a Native American.
I was just thinking about when you leave, her going in there or going in her DP.
I don't know. She might get in there. She was like, see, you're giving him all of your power, and you have none. She was like, and that makes you look like trash. Like, yeah, I know. And she said, it makes you feel like trash too. I was like, that is true. I was like, girl, preach it. Like, that's right. I definitely have given him all my power, you know, and I feel like, you know, honestly, that he has felt like he has control over me, you know, that I can't ever be happy again. I'm sure you feels that way, but that's not true, because this girl right here is getting her life on track. Like, I am going to be a boss ass, okay? I'm going to. But anyways, I am going to get my life on track, and I am trying to better myself, and I'm trying to be happy, and I'm trying to be happy with myself, you know, because in order to be happy, you have to be happy with yourself, and you have to love yourself, and I haven't done any of those things. I have not loved myself, and I need to love myself, because, you know, you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. You know, I was in love with Kevin, and, you know, I put all of my everything into him, and I got nothing in return. So I just want to mention in this video, I'm not going to be talking about him anymore. If you guys have questions about it, yes, I will answer your questions, but I am trying to move on now, and anyone who like wants to show me like if he's talking to someone new or something, I honestly don't want to know. So like, please don't bring it up or anything to me.
Your mental health.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying I'm trying to move on. Me and Kevin talked, and we're, I guess, going to move on with our lives. And if we end up back together later on in life, then we do. But for now, I guess that chapter is closed. I'm not gonna cry right now, but yeah, I think that chapter is closed for now, and we're gonna move on from that. And it's hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but I have, you know, support from Jasmine and Beth. Like, they're my really good friends, and, you know, I really appreciate them, and my family, of course, for being there. And, you know, I'm focused on my life, and I'm getting a car soon, so excited about that. And I am also,
I promise you though, it's like a yin and a
going
yang with
to
them.
probably
They want what
get a
they
job
can't
or
have. That's how men are.
yeah, I think I'm thinking about going to college. You know, there's so many things that I could do with my life, like
Plenty.
so many things, and I've been, you know, not thinking about it because I'm just thinking, oh, I'm depressed. No, I need to step up, and I need to do something for myself. Right now I'm getting over a cold, so I have been pretty sick. Being sick and depressed at the same time is not fun at all. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm on antibiotic for 2 weeks to try to avoid me going in the hospital, so hopefully I don't have to go.
You to stop
I definitely
calling him and work and obsessing on thinking about
yes, I definitely need something, you know, like my anxiety medicine is just not cutting it right now. Well, you know, my anxiety medicine is for anxiety, not depression. So my anxiety medicine is not helping my depression, you know. So I need a depression medicine along with my anxiety medicine.
Tell them about
Like when he was doing that,
what was he doing?
he was jumping. And
other people with CF, like how you can't be around them.
yeah, so
Because I didn't know
she
that.
didn't know that my mouth keeps getting
And that's
so
the only
tight.
people that can really.
So, as you all know, or some of you may not know, with cystic fibrosis, you are not allowed to be around another person that has cystic fibrosis, because you guys can basically kill each other. Honest. If you guys haven't seen the movie 5 Feet Apart, I would definitely recommend for you to go see it. It will teach you so much about CF. Look at him. Say hi. Say hi. You're not looking at the camera. Look. Hi, I'm Jet. Hello. So, anyways, what were you saying, Jasmine? Oh, yeah, I was explaining. Okay, so, yeah, you're not supposed to be around each other when you have CF. You can risk spreading bacteria to each other, which is very, very dangerous. Yes, I have broke the rules many times hanging out with other CF patients, but it is very hard to not do it because those are the people who understand you the most, and it is hard. Sometimes I'm like, screw the rules. Like, I want to live a good life. Like, life is short. I want to do what I want to do, and I want to spend time with people who understand me the most. So
the sun will crack your phone.
What? I didn't know that.
Put it out in direct sunlight and go swimming.
All right, guys, try it. Put your phone out in sunlight. It'll crack your phone screen.
It will do this to your screen.
This is Austin.
Hi.
He's really good at tumbling, and he does gymnastics and stuff. He's really cool. That is Jasmine's other son. And then Gabe's missing. Baby Gabe. I miss him. I love Gabe so much.
Yeah,
he's so
a
cute.
sweetheart.
Do you have like coping skills and stuff?
you guys, you and Beth are big helps, like huge.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That makes me happy. That I help you.
like doing stuff.
Yeah.
Going out with you guys.
Because like you guys literally help me
Beth
so
is,
much.
Like, saved my life.
Yeah.
For real. Like,
if I didn't have you guys, I would be sitting at home right now alone, at nothing. You know, just being depressed. And it feels so good to get out of the house and just go hang out with somebody. You know, I just like to hang out with, you know, friends. But like, I just like to hang out with older people because they're mature. The girls my age are just so immature, and I'm just so done with them. Like, I just can't handle it anymore. Like, nobody has my back like they should, and I've just been, everyone's turned their back on me pretty much. I'm just over it. So I just hang out with people that are older than me, and they can give me better advice, you know, and they've been through a lot. Like, she has been through a lot. Like, she's told me her story. Like, she hasn't told me, you know, her whole life story, but she's told me a lot of things, and this girl has been through a lot of stuff. So, that's for sure.
oh, we both have.
Yeah, we both have, and so I feel like that's what makes us strong, and that's what makes us more mature, stuff like that. When you go through a lot, it makes you a stronger person.
It does.
I am tired.
It was causing seizures.
Oh yeah, she has
Threshold
seizures.
or whatever, so I've got to find a new antidepressant that's similar to it because it was working.
But yeah, she has seizures, and how many seizures did you say you've had?
At least 10.
At least 10. And you know, with CF, it's harder. I'm sure that's a good question you could ask
Do
me.
you plan on having kids?
Yes, so I do want at least one kid. I don't know if I want another after. It just depends on how it works with the first one.
Yeah.
I want a girl so bad. Like, I already have names picked out, everything. But with cystic fibrosis, it's harder to have a kid because, you know, when you're really, really pregnant and it feels like it's sitting on your chest and it's hard to breathe. You know, with CF, it's making it even harder to breathe. So it's already harder to breathe, and there's just a lot of more risks with CF. I think you're more prone to have a premature baby with CF. But yeah, I can't wait till I have a kid. Gosh, it would make me so happy because I love kids so much. I feel like it would cheer me up like crazy. You know, me and Kevin, we were gonna have a kid, but you know, it just didn't work out. But yeah, I definitely want a kid, and I can't wait. You can be Aunt Jasmine and Aunt Beth. Can't wait. Would you see me having a girl or a boy?
Probably girl.
You think girl? Yeah. I want to tell your story. You tell your story.
I had a little girl, and I named her Jaclyn,
And she was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. I got pneumonia full term, and she did not make it.
So she was, she went to the hospital because she was leaving the hospital literally, and then her water broke, and she still thought that her baby was fine, and then she went and delivered her. And did you say you didn't have epidural or anything, or did you?
Yeah, I had a C-section.
You did with her.
She was a C-section.
Oh, okay. So she was a C-section. That was Gabe that you gave her. Okay. So she had a C-section, and
she had swallowed a lot of meconium, and when they sucked out the meconium, her lung had collapsed, and from there, just everything had went wrong. They cut the cord, and her heart started stopping, and about a year later, we found out that I had passed a virus into her heart. She was actually negative for pneumonia, like I had, but from me having pneumonia, I'd given her a virus into her heart. So, like, I blamed myself for a very long time. Actually, up until last year. Her birthday was October 26th. Because she was born and died on her birthday. And my great-grandmother, was born and died on her birthday. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Wow. That's so sad. It breaks my heart for you, seriously. Like, you're so strong to just have went through that, and, you know, like, losing a kid, I can't imagine, you know. And I'm not even a mom, but I can't imagine losing a kid and thinking that your baby's fine, and then, yeah, that's horrible. But, yeah, her name, what'd you say her name was?
Jaclyn Jada.
Jaclyn Jada. And she was born in
October 26, 2012.
October 26, 2012. And she lived for, do you know how many hours she lived for?
She lived about 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours. Well, yeah, and they had a funeral for her and everything, and yeah, so, but I saw a picture of her, and she was a beautiful, beautiful baby girl. It breaks my heart, but this girl right here is strong. Like, that's something, that's a big thing to go through. And she also went through another thing with Gabe, with having her most recent child. The hospital just didn't treat her good, which, it was a hospital. The hospital here where we live is horrible. They are rude. They are just not smart. Like, they're not. They've done so many wrong things. They've, like, killed so many people. Like, they're just not good. Mm-hmm. And so she, her latest child that she had, his name's Gabe. I think I already told you that. The one with the little chunky cheeks. They didn't give her epidural. They didn't give her pain medicine. They didn't help her. She was in a lot of pain. Like you said, like the worst pain of your life. And they didn't help you. And they were mean to her. It makes me so mad. It really does. It makes me so mad that they were mean to you like that. But yeah. She's been through a lot. So, yeah.
That part.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months?
Oh, that's a good question. Where do I see myself in the next 6 months? Where do I want to be? In 6 months, I hope that I can say that I am genuinely, is that how you say that? Genuinely? Okay. I want to be able to say in 6 months that I am genuinely, I'm struggling, that I am genuinely happy, and that I don't need to depend on medicine to make me happy, or even if I do, so what? But I hope and pray that in 6 months that I'm happy, that I am doing good with YouTube, that I have a car by then. I should have a car by then. That my followers and my subscribers keep climbing, and that I keep getting a bigger family of you guys, because I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for you guys. Everyone, you guys are the ones that made it possible for me to turn YouTube into a job. It's all because of you guys that watch, and I really thank you for that. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I hope and I pray that things are going good for me in 6 months, that I have a car and I'm doing good on YouTube, and not having any drama in my life, that I'm moved on from my ex, that I'm either moved on from my ex or with him. That's how I see that I'm either with him or over him. And that I can be happy with myself and find happiness in myself and not someone else, not depend my happiness on someone else, because we both know that does not work out. I want to be able to love myself and stuff, and you know, I have a lot to work on, but I think that I can do it. I know that I can do it. I just need motivation, and I think I can do it.
I know you can.
Thank you.
I know you can. Love is hard.
Hold on, let's pose for a thumbnail.
Mom.
A thumbnail is like the, you know what? Do you know what a thumbnail is?
What the YouTube video, the picture, when you always put out a video, what the picture of it is, that's what a thumbnail is. I'm so bad for so blind to kiss my ear. See, my glasses are not that sharp. I don't know. Uh-oh. You have a white color on you. Let me see. Holy shit, you're blind. Does it make your eyes look weird when you do that? Your eyes look funny. Does it look small? Yeah.
And what do you know about CF? Like, what do you, like, I want to know, so I want to ask you something. What do you know about CF?
Well, what I didn't know about it was what I used to think about it was that it was like water in the lungs or mucus. I didn't know that it was actual like bacteria like that.
Yeah, so it's literally a buildup of really, really thick,
That's so
sticky
scary.
mucus. Like mucus that will not move. Not move.
Move?
No. Not usually. But, you know, if we're coughing it up, at least we're getting some out. But there's so much mucus filled in my lungs. And it's sad, like the x-rays of like me as I've gotten older, like my lungs.
How thick is, like, what's the consistency of it?
It's like, ooh, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like slime, like thick. And sometimes when I cough it up, I'm just like,
yeah. So those treatments help a lot, the shaking things.
yes. They didn't used to have that, and people with CF used to die at like age 5 and stuff because they didn't have any treatments.
Really?
And I have to take 5 enzymes every time I eat. So I have to take 5 pills every time I eat, and they're big pills. Because I can't digest my food on my own. My pancreas doesn't work.
What does the pancreas do?
I'm not really sure what the pancreas does.
Wow.
I'm not really sure what it does. I think it does. It's supposed to produce insulin, you know. So like when you you know, eat something that has like really high sugar, it's supposed to, you know, make your sugar go down and stuff. I get really low blood sugar usually. Like my blood sugar has been down like 28. Like it's been really low. So yeah, dangerously low. I've passed out before I had to go to the ER. So yeah, I struggle with blood sugar issues. But yeah, my pancreas doesn't work. And that's also what digests your food for you. And breaks down your food. And CF affects pretty much every organ in your body, like your liver, your kidneys, because it's not really CF doing that, but it's, well, everything's covered in mucus basically, but it's the medicines that they give us, the very, very, very strong antibiotics that they give us in the hospital. They give us really strong antibiotics. She didn't know that you had to be at least 6 feet up.
Oh, I was watching this girl the other day on YouTube. I was actually looked it up the other day. And this girl on here, she was talking about how they lost another friend of your guys's. and how common it is, and it's just so sad.
Yeah. Like, every time I see online, oh gosh, another one of my, friends died from CF, like, and, you don't even have to talk to them before they're still your sister or they're your brother. If they have CF, like, you're connected, like, you're automatically connected. Like, we call each other sisters, and we spell it Cyster, like cystic, but sisters. And then for brothers, we put fibros, so it's cute. But yeah, we're all a big community, and we're just looking, like we want a cure, and we are all going through hell. CF is hard. It is so hard on everyone, and some people have it so bad that are dying. And there's this girl that it broke my heart because the other night she posted like that she knows she's gonna pass away, and then I don't want to start crying, but she knows that she's gonna pass away in the next few days, and she was like, I'm glad that I got to leave the hospital. I get to be at home, and I get to pass away at home. And she made the decision to go home. CF has definitely took many lives away, but they're coming out with so many new medicines now, and it's amazing, and I can't wait till they come out with the new one that I can try. My doctor told me that they should be coming out with the new one that I can try, like, in the next, 8 months, so that's super exciting. This video is a little bit all over the place. Like, we kind of just talked, had a conversation, but, recorded it. So, and I answered her questions, and she answered mine and stuff. I felt like I, talked a lot. You didn't talk much? I felt like I talked, too much.
I think it was perfect.
You think so? Okay. But yeah, so this is Jasmine once again, and I love her, and thank you for being in my video and doing a video with me. We definitely have to do another one together, but it was so sweet of her to do this with me and ask me these questions and stuff, to raise awareness for cystic fibrosis and for mental health and everything that we talked about. So I will also, once again, what I did in my last video, I put the suicide hotline below, in the description below, and I will do that again. If you are going through depression or anxiety, you're not alone. Please reach out to me. My Instagram is linked below, and I always try to respond to all of my DMs and messages, so please reach out. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and give this video a big thumbs up. Big thumbs up, and yeah, don't forget to do that. And I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.